Hi, everybody. This is Crypto Happy Hour. I'm Bill.
I'm Toby.
Welcome. Will the Fed cut rates? Is Bitcoin going to do anything? What about September Bitcoin history? Or does none of it matter, except for the fact that Toby got the FET token right, and that was up 10% today, and DeFi's rocking. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about all things crypto. All right, Toby, welcome.
All the crypto things.
All the crypto
That's
things.
a lot, Bill.
That
I don't
is a
know.
lot.
You're asking much from me.
I know. Well, you got
But I'm happy to be here.
got a lot. You got a lot of talent, right? You got a lot of talent. All right, let's take a second to just welcome. Let's welcome who's here. We got the Raj is first on the stream.
Hi,
right?
Raj.
Raj, hi. Miklo, Bull Runner, Chase. Welcome to the show. Welcome. All right, we are going to move over here.
Yes, let's move somewhere.
Okay.
Because nothing else has been moving much.
Nothing else has been moving at all.
It's a boring week, and I'm really sorry.
Just as a reminder, this show is brought to you by our Patreon. Patreon.com/unhinged crypto. I'm going to let that scroll down on the bottom. And because we are a new channel, Unhinged Crypto, don't forget, like, subscribe. Okay, hit that notification bell,
please,
so that you know when we're going live.
Please, we like being here with you. I mean,
Yes.
Didn't you say this is one of your favorite things?
Yeah,
that
this has become the new favorite thing because it's conversational,
and
right?
because I'm tipsy,
and it's good. Well, it's happy hour, and it's good for us. It's good for a slow market.
It's good for the soul.
Right.
Soul.
Don't drink and trade applies to everyone but us. Okay.
Or me. I don't know.
You don't know. Right.
I'm a contrarian, so it works for me.
Right. You are a contrarian, and you got XRP right last week.
Yeah,
right?
We just talked about it, and I'm like, yeah, it's coming back. Yeah.
So here's a question about the XRP jinx. So sometimes when XRP goes up, the market can sort of turn around and go lower. Like XRP is the last guy at the party.
Yeah.
Right?
I feel that. Yeah.
You feel that?
I feel that. Yeah.
Okay.
I still like it. It's a little more wobbly than other things that.
So you still can't get excited. Like when you see XRP up 5%, I want to get on YouTube.
Honestly.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, no.
I'm
not. I like it, but it's not. You remember how we talked last week about Mary?
Right. Do you want to
MKF?
Keep it? Right. Do you want to keep it? Do you want to date it? Do you want to get rid of it? Right.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah. So. So we're talking.
And DeFi. Remember DeFi? Mm-hmm. Remember how we keep saying DeFi?
Yes. Oh yeah, it's doing great. Yeah.
Okay.
And it will. Yeah. I'm still waiting for gaming. I know we talked about this much earlier.
Right.
This year. So I'm happy. I feel like DeFi is becoming like a stable bucket. I know. Maybe one day we'll do a show and I'll talk about the way I think of things in the crazy way like that.
Right,
but yeah,
charts, right.
But it's more like serious dating with some of the DeFi things. Like I don't really plan on getting rid of any of those.
Right. Well, this coin Aave, right? Aave is,
which I have liked for a long time.
People forget they're a profitable company to the point where they can actually buy back their token the way a company buys back their stock. Now, we've been talking about this pounding the table, right? And Aave's been up 10% in one day, like multiple times recently.
That's good.
It makes me feel like there's an investment bank coming in there. I don't know. Maybe I read too much into things. But.
No, I mean, I think that's one that, like I like well enough to buy and hold for a long time and see how the relationship plays out.
Okay.
One that's really interesting because we were talking about the gaming and stuff is ton, right?
Right.
And
The Telegram coin.
yeah, and you know, I kind of have an XRP thing going on. Like I love it and I see potential in it, but it's not ready for the table. But it's been doing really good this week, so I'm paying attention to that. That's one I'm looking at, considering dating. You know?
Right. Well, the problem is that Americans really don't have access to that.
Well,
You
we
have to
talked
be,
about this.
You have to be pretty savvy to get access to Ton
And that
coin.
makes it more challenging in the beginning, but that's kind of what makes it a little bit exciting, you know, like it's
Right.
playing a little hard to get, you know,
Right.
which could either kill it or when
Bring-
it does become
Right. Bring the FOMO.
yeah. So we'll see. So we're flirting.
Okay.
Me and Todd, we're flirting.
You know, it's funny. Ton was in Altcoin Showdown,
Yes.
which
and
is a video we've got on the channel.
I hope they're watching.
Please check that out. Believe it or not, Phantom actually beat Ton coin.
Because I like Phantom better. I just do. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and I keep thinking about that whole fast DeFi thing. You know, Phantom back in the day was like, oh, let's go to Phantom for DeFi.
Yeah.
Right. And this altcoin market. So let's continue on the altcoin.
Okay. Thing. You just keep me on my track if I go sideways, because I will.
Right. Well, that's why it's unhinged crypto. Right?
Because you're crypto, I'm unhinged.
That's the brand. So you know, so let's talk about altcoins, like, I don't know, holistically. You know,
I can't look at them holistically. You know, I have an issue with that.
Yeah, I know, but you know, they've been pushing altcoins down for months, right? And no one knows why. Right?
Yeah,
like
maybe we don't need to know.
Maybe we don't. But one thing I was wondering is, you know, if something ever turned around, you know how you're always thinking, you know, hey, what's the positive?
Oh yeah.
You know, what happens if everyone wakes up one day and goes, I've made bearish bets about altcoins and I'm taking heat. Like, for example, people have bet against Ethereum. That
was so crazy. Why would people do that?
Okay, well, they have not only done it, they have done it.
And it's gonna. I mean, Ethereum's ready to
go
take off. Yeah.
Okay.
I think Bitcoin's gonna kind of stay where it is now for a little while, but I think we're getting ready to see a little surge in Ethereum. There's some things going on there, and Solana, it's actually behind. I actually thought I would come on tonight and see a little more Solana action, and because I've been talking about the meme coins, and it's
right.
You know, I'm still waiting for that, so we'll see. So meme coins are still a thing, which means for me Solana is still a thing.
So, you know, what I get out of that is, you know, like, say I have a theory that altcoins are, say, artificially depressed, right? Because they push them. They're so easy to push down, right? To try to get people to think the market's no good.
Yeah, and I think we're seeing it like with Bitcoin too. Yeah, there's definitely some big players trying to keep the market artificially low, but that's a good thing.
It sure is.
Let the diaper wearers get out of the market,
right?
You know, and then they can come back and pay higher prices later. I don't care, because it's all about me. You know, I mean, when they do that, that's a good thing for me. I know it's hard for an analyst, like you're running out of stuff to talk about.
Well,
I'm so sorry for you.
No, well, I mean,
and I want to help.
But we went through this last year, right?
We did, and that's what
this was like.
That's what I told you. Like back in the spring, I'm like, oh, this summer is going to be a lot like last summer, and it'd be interesting to map that out. You know, with your chart thing, because it really feels like a repeat of last summer. And we got to like August and September and like, oh my God, is this ever going to end? You know, right. But this year I know, of course it's going to end. It's going to be just like last year. Only we didn't get some of the percentage lows, I feel like, overall in the market that we did last year. And I think the highs we're going to get are even going to be bigger. So I'm just excited, a little bored, waiting, like
Right.
trying to figure out stuff to do.
Right.
You
Because
know,
it's interesting.
take a
Right?
vacation. Like you just take a vacation for a couple weeks because nothing really interesting is going to happen.
Okay. Well, let's unpack that. Right.
Okay.
We had Crypto Black Monday.
Yeah.
Right, where everything just went down. We were actually live that night.
Mhm.
Okay. And I think a lot of people, every time they see the market go down, they go,
And they get scared.
They're afraid it's going to happen again. However, this
Well,
quiet
it
Bitcoin
will.
action, it will.
It will.
It will.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That is the nature of markets.
Well,
Like, did
yeah,
you know?
right. But is it?
So
Is
this is this is
listen
my
to me,
analogy.
right? Is it, are we talking about? Are we going to be?
I shook you up, did I, Bill? Did I scare you a
Yeah,
little?
You did. You did. I was like, wait, what? Okay.
Yes, it will go down. It will go up, and then it will go down.
Okay.
It will go up.
If the market
and then
doesn't
it'll
go
go
up,
down.
it'll go down, and that's the market up. No kidding. Okay, so
Let's have a drink, or
Yeah.
I will. You're not drinking
The-
anything. Not
the,
even water. You should.
the
Get some
stability,
electrolytes in you.
of the market, like last year. Let's go to last year,
Mhm.
right? Last year, like we did Black Monday early. Last year he
Yes.
did in August, right? And then there was a final low in September. Like the point of despair was early into September.
Yeah.
Right. And then, things turned around and then smoked higher in October.
Mhm.
And I know you don't do the tactical thing, but, really the reason I think like people are scared and altcoins in certain spots have started to they got perky. Like there's green shoots coming out of the ash. Right.
Mhm.
And this has been going on for like a week,
Yeah.
2 weeks. Right. It's not all the coins. Right. But
Well,
some of
and
them,
this is why when you give me a broad topic like altcoins are, this is because I got my bucket thing,
you're right. I understand.
and that gives you hope, right? Because not all altcoins are down, right? There's
Right.
always something going on. Like you said, you can find those green shoots.
Right. And I can feel I can feel it when I look at the charts that
Are you
as
getting that now?
as soon as it starts moving up, I'm like, is this for real? Are we waking up here?
Mm.
Because I think if there was another Black Monday, like anytime soon, because there are guys out there, there's a lunar eclipse in September. And then there's the whole Fed thing, right? So we could make transition. The Fed talks in Wyoming, Powell talks in Wyoming. Just for the audience's knowledge, 14 years ago, the Federal Reserve Chairman announced permanent money printing in 2010, and now here we are paying $25 for a ribeye.
It better be a good one.
It better be.
Then it's worth $25.
So Powell's got to get himself turned around. You've talked about him lowering rates, and I got to be honest.
You don't see it?
No,
Oh, for sure they're lowering rates. I'm just surprised that they've taken so long. And for me, timing is, like, well, I said before the election. I just thought it would be sooner before the election.
Right.
So,
And they're all hot to trot about it being in September, right? We're just going to find out. The market's all hot to trot. We just got to find out if Jerome is, right? Because if Jerome isn't, if he goes, if he says we're not doing this, right, that's going to be a mess, right?
it could be, or it could be an opportunity.
Okay, well, I please.
No, go ahead.
No, I mean it's the question is, if Powell, no matter what he says, I thought about this. This may be what you're implying. No matter what he says, it's a buy. In other words, if he comes out and says, okay, we'll chill out and be dovish and lower rates, go with it. If he comes out and is like, yeah, well, maybe we got to wait. Yeah, that might be nasty, but that might be like last year. That might be it.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing is that if you're smart, there is opportunity in every single market. For example, I'm really bad at remembering statistics and stuff, but some of the wealthiest people and in big companies are started during downturns in the market. So it's because there's opportunity, and you just have to be smart enough and strong enough to find it, right? So if you let yourself, like if you let yourself get upset every time the market goes down and then ecstatic and overextend yourself every time the market goes up, then you're crappy at it. I'm the opposite. I'm happy when the market goes up, right? But I get really excited when the market goes down. So if, the thing with Powell doesn't work out and there's another crash, then I'm like, good. Because for me, especially when we talk about Bitcoin and the layer ones, like if there's another big dip, oh my God, everything's on sale. And to me, it just means because there will be a rise at the end of the year, at the beginning of next year. So it just means that the rise is going to be bigger because that's the way energy works, right?
Okay.
For every action, there's an equal reaction. So, we saw, in my mind, relatively minor dips after, the big high earlier this year. And, so I don't see anything really big coming on the horizon. But if it does, if there's a temporary dip and people freak out, oh my God, that's the best thing that could happen for me.
Right. Because you know what that sounds like to me?
What?
It sounds like a V bottom, right? In other words, whatever dip that there is.
Let's drink more.
Okay. In other words, you talk about energy, right?
Mm.
If there's people like if you've got company, right? If there's big players down there, right? The big players who have been trying to push it lower for whatever reason.
Oh yeah.
Right. If they're pushing it lower because they need to buy it.
Yeah.
Right. Then you could have something like this. You could have a lurch down, but then it could come literally.
It'll be short.
Back.
Yeah. It'll be short and it'll pop right back up.
This crash, it went all the way down and all the way back. And okay, now we're just all sitting here.
Yeah.
Right. But, when I was listening to you, unless I'm having a crypto bro fantasy,
which,
that sound,
that would be good.
Just can't work all the time. Straight down or lurch lower and then literally start kind of like a trend.
Yeah. Right. If that happened, I'm not seeing like a huge thing, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's another dip, but I won't be surprised if there's not.
Right.
So for me, it's like there's this big boom at the end. How we get there is irrelevant to me. I'm playing as if there's a big boom coming, right? And so if like we're on a roller coaster ride, we could have these nice little waves that gradually take us up. That's fine. If there's a big dip and then a whoop, oh, I'm excited.
Right. Well,
so
it sounds like under these circumstances, like time in the market. In other words, don't let them completely chase you out.
Yeah.
Right. Because sometimes
why would you do that?
Well, because people get bored.
I don't think anybody who walk bored. I can see
people get bored.
Mm-hmm.
They first they lose money, right? Their portfolio's down, and then they have to just sit there and look at it, right?
Or not. Or take vacation.
Okay, well, taking a vacation. Listen, it normally second half of August, right? It's like nothing happens.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, there's guys, there's talk out there that, oh my God, look out for this and that.
I'm glad I don't listen to the same people you do.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's crypto Twitter, but I mean, I would love.
I'm not on crypto Twitter.
I know. Well,
I'm sorry.
But don't be. No, you shouldn't be. No,
because I think it would make me depressed.
It'll rot out your brain if you let it. It will. Because it's the negativity. Right.
And that's a good thing. And I hope. I was going to say, just while we're on that talk about the negativity, I hope that's one thing that you've got from talking with me over time is that contrarianness that I have. Right.
Right.
So if I was on there and everybody was like, woo, 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 being negative about something, I would be like, oh God, I think I got to go do that thing.
Yeah, well,
Because the idiots are often wrong.
right. Well,
And most people who are like this, they don't know what they're talking about. So it's actually the exact opposite. I mean, if someone's trying to make you afraid, it's like how they push down the market. Like you were saying, the big players, they push it down by putting a bunch of fear out there, and then people go, oh, and then they sell everything, and I go, oh my God, everything's on sale.
right. But when it gets when it gets boring, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
boring
year,
is probably the worst thing.
Look, last year was bad. I mean, last year there wasn't anything to say, but of course, nobody knew last year that you were going to have this absolute rampage higher.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, what they may be doing is they may be boring people out to the point where maybe people are starting to give up. And what I want to do, I don't know, I just want to say, you have to stay in the market, right? You can't be afraid of Bitcoin going to 47K just because there's a bunch of guys saying, okay, here's a chart, here's a line. It could go to 47K.
Well, you asked me about that way early this spring. When we sometime before the thing, market. and I said absolute low 48, but I didn't really think it would hit it, and we haven't.
Right. Well, they
and if we did, oh my God, I'm going to go shopping. Well, I mean,
right. Well, you know what it is? It's to the point after watching the sideways action, right? That okay, yeah, there's ninnies who are negative, but there's probably also a huge number of people that were too scared to buy on the Black Friday crash. A crash is essentially an absence of any bid or any optimism by rule. There's probably a lot of people going, boy, I would love to get it back down there. And when everyone says that doesn't happen.
And
right?
I think
everyone's
there's a lot of people.
I want to buy the hot item at half price.
Yeah.
No, you can buy the not hot item at half price.
And I think and I think that's why and I'm assuming we have a diverse audience of people doing all kinds of things in the market on here. But that's why you have to look at the different buckets, like I do, so if layer ones are boring, which they kind of have been, then look for something else that's a lot more interesting. Pay attention to DeFi, and we've had excitement in DeFi, and I still think the meme coin is coming.
I'm like,
I feel like it is.
The meme coin, is it like a small meme coin? Right?
I think it'll be.
Like, I've been looking at the big ones. I've been trying to figure out the big ones, right?
I think I told you last week. I don't think it's really. I think there's going to be some new ones coming on, and it'll be really, really interesting. One thing, and oh gosh, we talked about this a long time ago. I don't know if it was on this show, about when we were talking about politics and so now there's the betting coins,
right.
And that's really exciting. That's an interesting thing.
Right.
Especially
there's a
as we get
market, and then there's political meme coins.
Yes.
Political meme coins have gotten destroyed.
Yes, I know, because nobody's excited about it anymore. So I wouldn't, if I was going to, and I'm not a meme coin person, every once in a while I'll get excited about something. It's a brief fling, and there's nothing that's really, well, I gave you one a few weeks ago, but they're always short-lived, right? So you have to, timing is really critical on those, which is challenging. There's nothing I'm really, I was looking, I know Kylie Minogue put out something. I like the celebrity things doing
coins.
that. There's not a lot of them, but I'm saying it's an interesting trend. I'm not saying I like that particular coin.
Right. Well, it's definitely a sign of boredom. Like Pump.Fun as an entity made more money than Solana, I think last week or last month. Like, people are just that.
We did that Pump.Fun thing. When did we do that?
We did some trading about it. We traded on Pump.Fun.
When was that? Like March, February?
Yeah, we played and we figured out this was this rogue city, right? But
Yeah,
You know,
which
but
is
people are
unfortunate. I mean, it is
it's terrible.
unfortunate.
It's a capital destruction event for the system.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, but it's interesting. And the reason I brought up the Kylie Minogue thing is, so this is a trend further in the future, and we haven't talked about NFTs in a while because NFTs have gotten really boring right now. But I did say the last time, and it wasn't on this show, but who knows when we talked before, that the NFT marketplace is morphing into something really interesting and different, but it hasn't really got there yet. And the things that you used to be able to make money on as NFTs, it's not going to be those things anymore. I think those are going to go to meme coins. And that's why I brought up, like Kylie Minogue, because look at, the he who shall not be named. Can't say his name on the stream. Used to be president running again, did the NFTs, right? And they did really well. And I never really got excited about that. Now they're, but because, and then, so then he went to meme coins. And so I feel like that's going to be kind of a thing. And that's why I brought up the Kylie Minogue thing, is because I think, is it Kylie Minogue? No. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody different. Oh my God!
That
would be
that I have to leave in your court. But what I can tell you from the last cycle, because you.
So I'm just saying celebrity coins. I'm seeing that could be meme coins. That could be a trend, and I wouldn't be surprised. And so that would be fun, between that and the and the betting stuff and what we talked about, the political meme coins, which will always have a season. The closer you get to an election, the meme coins will become boring, because that's just the way that it is,
Right, because I mean, when like if I'm synthesizing this tonight, like you brought up how silly it was for ETH to be down.
Oh yeah.
And one of the
So if it's a good price and you're happy, then you should do something about that.
Okay.
If you're not over leveraged in everything else, that would be something I would.
Because if we're in the same conversation and we're talking,
we're
about
not.
ETH,
no,
clearly not.
I'm in a different. I'm unhinged. Who knows what conversation I'm in?
You went to NFTs somehow, right? Like people don't realize. I mean, this cycle we had the meme coin craze, which was pretty insane, right? But last cycle, I think what was going on with NFTs was epic, right? Now, if there's going to be another round of that epic speculation,
I'm thinking over a year though, because it's really evolving into something. So what I'm saying here, and I think you get me, but I'll repeat it just again. What I'm saying is what we saw in NFTs is going to be meme coins. Okay. So yeah, so it'll be in meme coins instead of NFTs.
Right. So
that kind of fun and the mania and everything. And NFTs are going to evolve into something more serious, and possibly I see a lot of stuff with, like real world assets, and it's going to be much different from how it was initially introduced, which is good because that's what it should be. It just it went through that phase. I mean, I'm excited about NFTs because I'm an artist. I guess they can't see any of my art on the camera, but so it's going to be a lot more serious and not as fun, and all of the crazy fun speculative stuff is going to go to meme coins now.
Right, because I mean, in crypto bro terms, that would be the meme coin super cycle. In other words, that's the crypto bro term. In other words, they thought the first run in meme coins, okay, wasn't going to be the last one. It wasn't going to be a one and done. There was going to be another, which is what you're saying.
Oh, there are. Yeah. That's why I said
there's going to be another monster move.
Yeah, and it may not. Now that I'm thinking about it, may not be Kylie Minogue. I can't remember who has the meme coin. But I thought, oh, that's really interesting. Just like I thought with the political things. So I think meme coins are going to evolve into a way for you to express your sentiment about something, like the political meme coins. who you care about, or an idea, which nobody has really done yet. I think it's kind of evolving. But let's say you were really passionate about clean water for poor countries, or any country, really. And so a meme coin about that, where you could maybe fund a project and show your passion about that project. And then also celebrities that you like. I see it evolving into this,
Like
where it's more of
sports.
a statement thing. Sports.
The new flex.
Yeah.
Because that's what the NFTs were, right? It was just
Yeah,
like,
yeah. But for flex about what? About
well, I
something
mean, like,
dumb.
for example,
Whereas this would be more about what is important to you and who you care about. And I mean, like maybe there'll be a Taylor Swift meme coin.
right. So
There's a lot of Swifties out there.
So you'd have meme coins probably running on multiple networks, particularly Solana, right? So I mean, I'm just sitting.
Well, and that's why I like
here,
Solana.
I'm
so
just sitting here listening to this. I mean, if you're talking about a Taylor Swift meme coin,
wouldn't that be
right,
fun?
and talk
I mean,
about
I sort of like her. I mean,
a September shocker. In other words, like
Taylor Swift meme coin.
right, Taylor Swift meme coin, or he who
Somebody
shall not be,
do that,
or he who shall not be named meme coin, like the meme coin that's out here now. Right, the big man's meme coin is not. It's not associated with him. They
it never was, really, was it? No, it never was.
I mean, it never was. But I mean, if he does it himself, or his people do it, or his son
think
does
it. I think because we're so close to the election, to catch a wave on that kind of stuff is not thing. But the year prior to an election, you could do that. You could invest in meme coins for causes that you care about. I mean, unfortunately, right now, or fortunately, or however you look at it, but meme coins are just, like you said, there was
dogs, cats.
Yeah. And they're not really associated with anything. So if they could be associated with something that you care about,
right.
even if it's, and I just named Taylor Swift just because her following is like crazy for her, right?
Right.
So if those kind of people could create meme coins, and then
because you're talking about there's a movement, there's like a social token movement.
Yeah.
Right? People can tokenize themselves. They can
and that's at such a beginning stage, but I see that being really huge. But I see that being something that's pushed through these celebrity markets,
Like I'm sitting here in shock. Like, celebrity meme coins were I mean, it was I mean, if that you want to talk about the most contrarian idea in all of crypto, right? Like celebrity meme coins were being laughed at one point by the meme coin people.
Oh yeah.
Right. But if that turns out to be like the thing,
yeah.
Right. I mean, that's the September shocker, folks, in case you tuned in. Right.
If anybody's falling on the floor, take a breath.
I didn't want to break your momentum. I think we're coming to us on Twitter. I'm not sure the stream made it to YouTube for technical reasons, but whatever.
Too bad.
It's if it's a celebrity cycle.
No. I'm not talking about soon. I'm saying this is where it's
right.
headed.
I'm talking about the cycle. I'm talking about people like.
But there is a meme coin cycle coming up, and it's going to be really fun. And yeah, so I thought we'd see a bit of it this week, and we haven't really. So, but when we talked last week, you said, oh, like you were mentioning coins that are already in circulation. I'm like, no, it's really going to be something new one. Yeah. So if you haven't already, I mean, there's some cute ones. I'm still fond of Popcat. I've liked it for a long time. But I would really, I'm waiting for the new ones to come out. That's what I'm looking for. I'm like, what's exciting? What's new?
So that actually makes an argument to keep an eye on pump.fun. You know that, right?
No, pump.fun, everything when it comes out, just like Bitcoin when it first came out, it was like, and it was insane. The volatility, and if you got into it, you were like, like it was like, well, don't expect to see that money again, and that's just the nature of things. So I think pump.fun has what I liked about it, and we were looking at it and playing with it and everything, and I was looking at it to see how it works, and also to see, well, wouldn't it be fun to create a coin, right? And so my challenge is to everybody who's out there right now. I have no idea how people are listening, but go and make a meme coin. Just go make one, just for fun.
Not investment advice.
Well, not for investment, for fun. For fun. This is not investment advice. I'm not saying go make a meme coin because you're going to make money. I'm saying go make a meme coin because I think it's fun and it's a good learning experience.
Well, I would. I know a couple.
So
guys
I'm
that
going to
tried.
see. I want to see a Bill Noble meme coin by next Monday when we do the show. I'll do one.
You want to? Well, yeah.
I'll do one. If you do one, I'll do one.
All right. Well, we could definitely have.
You do not seem like you want to do it. You do not.
No,
but that's why I was looking at
I
Pumped Up Fund.
do it. I mean,
not really. I wasn't looking at Pumped Up Fund for investment reasons because a lot of them are rug pulls. Oh my god!
No,
like
they're all,
I would.
They're all rug pulls.
Yeah. I have no idea. Right. Apparently, there's some that actually have moved on, but it's mostly rug pulls. But it's the process of doing it and learning it, and that's my point as we circle around with this whole meme coin conversation with the celebrities and things like that. I feel like what's nice about the meme coins is that people could go in and make their own. It's gotten simple and easy enough that you can do that. And that's what my challenge is. Not investment advice. I'm not saying go out there and try to kill it, or do. I don't care. If you kill it, I'm so happy.
Look, I would love to have.
But I think it would just as a learning experience.
Notorious meme coin,
I think you should do that.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what mine will be.
I would definitely need a different wardrobe for the notorious meme coin.
Why?
Well, because like what would Notorious Bill look like, right? Would he look like?
Do you have to have photos of you? Can't you just, do some AI art on it?
Well, you've got to have an image, right? It's about an image, right? It's like, oh, this dog is super cute, right? You can't have an ugly dog meme coin, although maybe you can. But
well, do your helicopter thing.
Get to the chopper.
Yeah, do something like that. I don't know.
Right.
That's old school for you, yeah.
That is old school for me. Who knows? Feel free if you're on Twitter. If you actually made it over to Twitter, we appreciate it because obviously something happened with YouTube.
Yes, so we're open to suggestions about what our meme coins
should look like.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, especially Bill and me too.
Right on. Yeah. No, well, with you, it's the Solana Psychic. I mean, that could be the biggest thing since takeout pizza. Right. All we need. Look, let me just tell you right now on television. First of all, the September shocker is that, like, good luck finding anybody on Twitter who would say, "Oh yeah, man, the meme coin super cycle is going to be celebrities." LFG. No one is saying that. No one. Actually, one person is that she is
the crazy one,
right?
The unhinged one.
That is.
Yeah. So I mean, that's much further in the future, but I totally see that. I could see Kylie Jenner meme coin, or just, and it's the threshold to get into it, and I mean, that would be awesome. Why? Because it would bring so many normies in, and like I want to call up Taylor Swift and tell her, Taylor, you should do a meme coin. Right. I mean, it's all pump it on TikTok.
All it's going to take is for one of those, like, when NFTs, right? Like when CryptoPunks, right? CryptoPunks was like an original NFT project, something that sat dead for 5 years. I mean, when CryptoPunks exploded, I mean, it really only took one to ignite the whole thing, right? It was like, Bored Ape and Azuki. I mean, these things were trading at like $600,000 US.
Yeah, I know, it was crazy and completely overvalued and insane. And I don't think we'll see that so much in meme coins, but I think I see meme coins evolving into a mode of expression. I think that's what they're ideally designed for. Okay. And NFT is something different. So, NFT is it's going to evolve into something really completely different. But I like to pump this craze. Everybody should go out and try to make their own meme coin as a learning experience, you know?
Wow. Okay.
So I definitely want to see
The notorious meme coin.
something.
Right.
Something.
Well, the Solana Psychic, I think, would go farther, because all we have to do is put you on
Well,
television.
but we're not talking about doing it as a way to actually make money. We're doing it as a learning experience.
Okay.
And
so that way, when the big wave comes, you've like been there and seen it. And
yeah.
gotten like a context for it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, on the subject of like, you know, so what you're talking about there is kind of like a social revolution, right? You're talking about crypto as a mechanism for social expression, right?
Well, it's what it was designed for. I mean, not maybe super intentionally, but maybe super intentionally, like on a larger
Right. Well, that's
scale.
what I was kind of thinking. Like,
Yeah.
you know, what would drive?
So
this
we've gotten caught up in thinking that crypto is just a way to trade and make money, and it's not why I got into it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yes, that's also very fun. But it's a revolution, and people forget that. If you're sitting there every day worrying about your coin is up or your coin is down, you're missing the whole fucking point. Excuse my F word there, but you are, because this is about where we're going in the future. And so buck up, you know, and jump in 100%. And if you don't like where Bitcoin is today, or your favorite coin is down and you're worried it'll never go up, then you're missing the goddamn point of all of it. You're missing the point.
Okay, well, no one who watches this show or is in our Patreon, okay, or is listening to us, that's the last thing I want. I want everybody in when it happens, right? Because I mean, you're you're talking about an analyst. I mean, this is the September shocker, because I'm sitting here, I'm like, you know, it's like, what are we going to talk about? You guys, you know me. It's like, oh, we're going to talk about, honestly, got a Fed meeting, and then we got
Bill has this list.
Is like, I have the pattern match, the January of last year, and you're like, yeah, celebrity meme coin, back up the truck. Yeah, but I mean, you know, the thing that brings to mind, like, you know, that sounds like either a speculative wave or something necessary for people as like a distraction. You know, like, remember the metaverse?
And both. Absolutely.
So
both.
People are just going to want to like push back against the man. They're going to want to have fun. You know,
yes.
Is that like all sunshine and rainbows, or is that kind of like a darkness that leads to that? You know, because I mean,
within everything dark, there's a rainbow. I mean, that's how rainbows come. Right.
Right. You know,
so if we're having darkness, and I think a lot of people could see it that way nowadays, there's, oh gosh, I mean, for years it feels overwhelming, not to me, but overall. I mean, also to me, I'm human, but this cloud of negativity, you know, and
yeah, I can't even look at Twitter anymore. I mean,
I don't. I feel sorry for you, because it's kind of your job,
right?
And my job is to not go on there so I can stay real. You know, people are so disconnected now, and it's kind of, it's not scary, but it's really, really sad. I went on my walk this morning, and it really hit me, walking by the dog park down the way, and there's a woman at the park with her dog, and she's not even playing with her dog. She's sitting on a bench with her phone. You know, so those people on Twitter, you know, I mean, just stop it. Just stop it. Because it was a beautiful morning, which has been really freaking hot here. So you got to love that, right? It's a beautiful morning. There's a lovely breeze, an adorable dog. And here's this person, the dog's like at the fence,
right,
going, pay attention to me. I'm like, oh, I feel so sorry for you. Because your owner is too busy scrolling Twitter to have a life. Get a life.
You know, I'm listening to that, and I'm like,
Get a
You know,
life,
wouldn't
Bill.
it be funny? Well, yeah, me getting a life, that would be funny. But
Poor
would-
Bill. This did not mean to be the Pick on Bill show. Sorry.
Hey man, whatever gets them tuning in. Right? It's like, I'm wondering, listening to this, like if people are getting so distracted by the election politics, because I mean, it's almost become a game, right? One side goes, okay, how can we be so shocking we upset you, even if they believe what they're saying?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they are really feeding us this stuff that makes us
Yeah.
upset. I'm just wondering, wait a minute, what if that is such a distraction
Yeah.
that everyone's paying attention to that?
Yeah.
And then you just wake up one day and Bitcoin's at 62. Like I'm listening to you going, wait a minute. Maybe the thing that gets us isn't a Black Monday repeat. Maybe it's just we get distracted.
Maybe. I'm not distracted.
Well, no, you're not distracted, right? But
Because I don't watch any of that stuff.
People,
I don't follow the
people
politics.
can get really wound up. Like,
Oh,
in
of
other words,
course they
think about
do.
it, right?
They do.
You're afraid, you're bored, you're wounded. It's last year in crypto. But the difference is now, I don't know, you got an election cycle that's got some hope, but you know, that's undoubtedly filled with, I don't know, negativity, right? I mean,
Well, if you pay attention, yeah.
Right. But the question is, what are you focusing on?
There you go.
I'm talking your talk
Ding,
now,
ding, ding.
right?
So,
are you
when you say
focusing on Bitcoin?
Yeah. So when you say, what are you focused on? That's exactly my point. I'm sorry, don't mean to point the finger at you.
Yeah.
But that is exactly my point about the woman in the dog park. It's a beautiful morning. She has a cute ass dog in a park, and she's focused on something on her phone.
Right.
What are you focused on, Bill?
Which is,
are you focused on the negativity that's coming through the politics? Are you focused on whatever fear thing
I'm just going to tell
people
I'm just
on
gonna,
Twitter
tell,
have about Twitter in crypto?
I'll fess up, right?
Yeah.
Like I look at the screen
Mm-hmm.
and I go, can I even open my mouth? Can I even say anything, right? And not have this thing go down in my face, just like, I love the story about the phone because I got to look up from my phone. I got to look up from Black Monday.
Yes.
Right. And continue on this thing where I'm telling people, hey, this is about time in the market. Right. It's like zero crying. I mean, my attitude towards these people has been go get bent. But like, you know, there are people out there and people saying stuff to me like, oh, you're a moon boy. Right. Meaning you're on YouTube and all you do is do hyperbole.
Well, I'm a moon girl and I'm proud of it. Maybe that'll be my meme coin, moon girl. Moon girl meme coin. Coming soon. I'm pumped up on. Don't buy it.
I'm staying bullish.
Yeah, you should. And I'm encouraging you. When we talk, I feel like I have to spend 10 minutes of conversation.
Not that
dry erasing all the negativity that you absorb from Twitter. And it makes me really glad that I'm barely on Twitter. But if I was on Twitter, I would just...
Not that we don't like Twitter, just so we're saying. We're talking about like news flow, wherever you're getting it from.
Yeah.
Right? We're not...
Yeah.
You know,
and you click on one.
Twitter is so unfiltered, right? You used to get the 6 o'clock news from a guy or a woman in a suit.
Yeah.
Now Twitter is just feeding you like that's like the fire hose.
And it's not just that. The problem is that once you go down one negative rabbit hole,
right,
that's all you get fed. That's all you get fed.
Right. And that
you can't. You have to.
People losing
so I do
coin.
social. Yeah. So I do minimal social media, and I probably should do more as far as me putting stuff out there into the world because there's not enough positive stuff out here, which is why I like doing this with you.
Right.
But when I do, it's primarily YouTube. Okay. I have a thing about dog training videos. I don't have a dog. But I'm obsessed with Caesar Milan and people who train their dogs. So I get all of these all the time. But what's funny is that my interests are so weirdly varied that I can see the algorithm feeding me stuff. I'll just pop on something interesting, and then my feed will be filled with it. But I rarely watch anything from the feed. When I'm there, I'm very intentional about where I want to put my attention.
Right. Well, we gotta focus in crypto because, like Solana is boring people. People have given up on layer ones. One layer one woke up today, right?
Well, ETH, I'm
SUI.
expecting to get exciting. So
Yeah.
I don't know if
well,
we
that's-
mentioned that yet.
No, we have mentioned it, and you may go right on mentioning it. Us crypto ETH nerds are so.
So layer ones are boring, but they're
if
supposed to be boring.
Well,
they're supposed to be boring.
Well, it's not even
That's
boring.
their job.
It's like people have like forgotten about them, right? It's like it's unbelievable. Like people, it's like 2 years ago. It's like, oh my God, layer one's in the future. Everybody has forgotten about this.
Why?
I mean, it's literally
Why do you
like-
say that? Why do you think people forgot about it?
Well, because like
For me, that
average-
should be the foundation of your portfolio. Like when I have friends who aren't in crypto and want to get in crypto, and I'm like, you know what? If you don't want to pay attention, just do some layer ones because that's the easiest way.
Right, but I mean, if you look at the chart of like, say, just go down the line, right? Avalanche. You brought up Phantom. Want to know how many people are talking about Phantom? Nobody. People gave
Me.
up. People gave up on Near, right? Near.
Oh, still love Near lots.
the-
I expect to
the-
see a resurgence on that really soon.
Yeah, and
Like
then-
it. Like it a lot. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, because the price action was like so terrible that people gave up. Polkadot, right? Cardano's gotten cool lately. I don't know. Sometimes I'm not feeling Cardano, but like layer ones in general, or even things like XRP as a layer one. In other words, there are things out there that have layer one functionality. Obviously, that's not getting talked about because the big ones aren't getting talked about. And people
aren't excited about the layer ones.
I don't think people. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's fine because that means opportunity for everybody else. We don't care what everybody else is doing. We care what you're doing, and we care what I'm doing.
And you guys.
Well, we don't know what they're doing, but they can let us know.
Right.
If they have any questions.
Digital Asset Explained is here. Nikki is here. I think we made it to YouTube. I don't know.
Oh, yay.
Can we get
Does somebody have a question?
Somebody is asking me, can we get Toby's take on Saki? That was a pump.fun launch.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to have to look at it because I don't have any idea.
Right.
Which means next show. Sorry.
show.
Oh, well, no. If you want to bring it up, go ahead. Try and how's it spelled? Sake, like the alcoholic beverage?
I think it's Saki, SOCK.
Oh no.
Okay, let's see.
I would like it better if it was sake.
Well, given that it's crypto happy hour.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It would fit with the theme.
Okay.
Oh wow.
All right, so we're looking for Saki here. We're looking for anything. I think we're gonna have to get back to you.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe next show. So if anybody wants any information on a particular coin, we can do it next week. You can put it in the comments.
Yeah, put it in the comments.
And
We can
Bill
check
will
it out,
give
or
it
we
to
can
me
put it in.
and-
We can put it into Patreon, or I could do it on the market update or this show.
Or we could do it on the tomorrow, because tomorrow morning. Actually, I'll do it tomorrow morning.
Right, silly.
Tomorrow I'll do it in the
Altcoin
Showdown.
right, which is a video on
so
the channel.
I do 2 coins. So if somebody else give us another meme coin, and I can do 2 or 3. So in the 5-minute morning market,
right,
I can do
with Altcoin Showdown.
With the Altcoin Showdown, yeah, I can do 2 or 3. So I'll do Saki, and if somebody
has
else
another coin. And by the way, if you're seeing this on YouTube, right, or you're seeing it on Twitter, throw a comment in there, just so we know for technical reasons that we're coming through. It looks like we are. Kim Craig is here. That might be your number 1 fan.
Might be. I don't know.
It might be.
I don't know.
Kim, set your intentions and manifest.
Ooh, I like her mystical bet. I'm a very
Right.
woo-woo person.
Right. Well, listen,
I've got my balls here.
I know we have, believe it or not, we have full sound ceremony material here. We have it all. We're
Yeah.
gonna ring the gong. I mean,
We
let's,
should.
let's.
Bill, do you want to? We'll close out with "You Can Hit the Gong."
I can hit
It's
the
right
gong.
by you. Yeah, you want
Right.
it?
I don't know. Do we
The
have a
big
thing to
one?
hit the
I'll
thing
hit you
I want?
one when we close out.
So let's talk about hitting the gong.
Let's go.
So no, seriously, this is the big Bitcoin question, right?
Ah,
Like in other words,
Mm.
we
sorry, my
talked
lips are chapped.
we talked 6-figure Bitcoin, right?
Oh,
In December.
oh,
Right.
yeah. And I think I underestimated. I actually think that it may go higher. So I'm waiting for the dip. But it's very exciting.
Wow, beyond 6-figure, like
No, not beyond
beyond
6
the
figure,
100,
but
beyond the 100.
Yeah, I'm like, no,
Right.
it's not
No,
going to be
that's
a
Michael
million.
Saylor. No, that's Michael Saylor.
I mean, and that's eventually, but not in the next 12 months. So,
right. I mean, you can't get shaken out here. I mean, I'm like, think about, like, let's just let me recap this in my mortal mind, right?
okay,
ETH wakes up.
that's coming. Yeah,
ETH wakes up.
hopefully
Bitcoin.
sooner. It feels sooner to me, but we'll see.
Okay. Well,
Timing is iffy.
okay. Well, I mean, if ETH wakes up sooner, okay, that's going to mean this altcoin squeeze. You know what I'm saying? That I was talking about. Like, ETH leads altcoins, period. Right? The whole space. Like Solana can pull up some coins, but ETH leads it all. So if ETH gets perky or they get squeezed out in ETH, right, that could like ignite something. So you could have Bitcoin chilling out. People are like, oh my God, Bitcoin's going to go down.
Oh, maybe we should look at some of the altcoins that, that might rise. I mean, I've been thinking and looking about just meme coins the past couple weeks, but because of this, what you just said with the resurgence in ETH, then pulling these other altcoins up, yeah, I think that'll probably
Because I
happen.
mean, like I said, listening to that, I mean, that gives me more conviction, right? Bitcoin could just go sideways. Bitcoin could just, this happens, right? Bitcoin goes quiet,
Well,
and then altcoins start moving with a mind of their own because tech stocks came back, right?
yeah, and I think I said that either in last show
it's time to get back in. I was like,
yeah,
okay, and then they just smoked higher.
Yeah.
Right? So if the chain reaction is ETH wakes up, altcoins go with it, right, and then Bitcoin ignites, right. This is like everyone gets caught off guard. That seems
like a good scenario.
No, everyone
You're
gets
good
caught
at translating
sleeping.
This stuff.
Everyone gets caught sleeping 1, 2, 3 times. That's what it feels like.
Okay.
Right? Because I mean, the altcoin thing is like getting perky, right? It is. I mean, Aave. Somebody came in on Patreon and was like, "Hey, Bill, what's Lux Algo say about Aave?" I mean, some of these coins.
Oh, that was like 3 days ago. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was 3 days ago. We were talking about last night. You've been talking about DeFi for over a month.
Oh God, like
longer.
A year.
Right.
No,
you dropped the bomb last week. You were like, yeah, I think it's DeFi, not real world assets. I mean,
I think that was 2 shows ago.
Yeah, that was 2 shows ago. But I just sat here and I was like, everybody is gig along real world assets, thinking that's the next thing.
No, it is, but it's not its time yet. The DeFi is going to go.
And then what goes up the most? Like, what goes up the most is stuff that people don't like, or that stuff that's under-owned.
Okay,
you told people.
So that's good. So knowing that, like right now, what do you think is people don't like and is under-owned?
Well, it's got to be AI, right?
AI. We haven't seen an AI boost since the beginning of the year. So
everybody, and I know we got a couple guys. I know there's a lot of small AI coins out there. No one's touching it, and I know that we're.
Let's look at AI then. Let me go in my charts and
go to the bubble charts.
See
in Patreon. Yeah, and then of course there's cross chain, right? I mean, I know
I was going to say cross chain when you said that. I think cross chain is hugely ignored. I'm excited about it. I'm expecting that. I think it goes DeFi, and then you see a DeFi wave, then cross chain, then AI. And this is the beautiful thing about looking at the buckets, like I do,
sectors,
right? Yeah, is there's always something moving, so there's always something to get excited about. I thought there'd be a little more meme coin play this week, but it hasn't happened yet. It still will. But the DeFi thing, which, DeFi's one, DeFi, cross-chain, AI. Those are
Yeah, I
three
mean, you
big
can't even
buckets for
imagine.
me.
Like I'm like, you want to talk about being a moon boy? Like, just go back to the starting. Like, what's the main ingredient in the cake we're baking tonight? Is that ETH wakes up. ETH wakes up. You have ignition across DeFi, right? All those tokens, even things like Chainlink, right? And then, if you have ETH starts moving, Solana goes full meme coin, right? And then Bitcoin
Was
right,
going to
like,
follow.
right. Everyone was like, and last year everyone was like, well, it'll go up on the ETF, but that's all sell the fact, right? People aren't going to do sell the fact this time because governments, corporations are going to be buying it. So,
I mean,
if you
almost in a way. I mean, the ETF. Sorry, I'm interrupting.
no,
but the
please
ETF
interrupt me.
was really was exciting for me because it's going mainstream. But then whatever is going into ETFs can get really boring that way, because the weight of that much energy going into it stabilizes it in a way, and so it's less exciting. So if if there's a dip, get into those layer ones that are in ETFs. That's great. But the more exciting stuff is going to be everything built on top of them.
Right.
So for me, it's
People
like
have
I'm not
just
getting
people
out
have-
of anything. I'm not getting out of anything that that none of those. I wouldn't get out of Solana, ETH, or Bitcoin. I just watch for dips and put more in. That's it. That's what I do. But that's like my base, right? Like I don't even care about it. I don't look at it. I don't care about it. What I care about are these exciting new projects that are being built on top of it. That's where I get excited because that's the future.
Right. Well, yeah, which is funny because, I mean, for people out there watching their portfolio, right? They need to hear what you have to say. I need to hear what you have to say because you look at the screen, you're just like, oh my God, this does nothing but go down, or it just sits there. Somebody showed me a cross-chain play on Coinbase. I think maybe it's called Swift. Speaking of Taylor Swift, oh my God. It's a cross-chain trading and DeFi thing with like a $12 million market cap.
Oh.
Right. And it looks like, it's just like, you pushed it off the counter.
I'm going to go look at that.
Yeah.
I don't know why you haven't told me about that earlier.
Well, because I found out, 3 hours ago.
Okay, cool.
So
I'm finding out like they're finding out.
Right. And putting Luxago videos on the main site, which please go check those out.
Are you putting a Swift video out?
Well, I can get a Swift video out. I mean, I found out about it.
I'm curious.
Today.
Let me look at those numbers.
Yeah.
If you don't do it for everybody else, you do it for me.
Well,
right?
Yeah, we can. Okay. Yeah. I mean,
and I'll look at my bubbles.
Anything for, the unhinged part of unhinged crypto, right? We got to keep it going here. But, like I said, this cross-chain narrative, and really all you have to do is say, like I joke on the market update that sometimes it's one sentence or one chart. The market update's an hour show, or this is an hour podcast, right? But sometimes it's an elevator ride. Ding, everyone gets in the elevator. You look at everybody and go, hey, ETH's going to wake up. Oh, this is my floor. Ding, that's the market update. That's it. Like if ETH woke up tomorrow, what would you do? What would you do? Right? What would you do?
You should think about that. Yeah.
Oh, I may not sleep tonight. Right?
Sorry.
All this crypto. No, please. I would much rather wake up thinking about all these ETH haters and all these ETH short sellers being run out of Dodge like in some sort of Clint Eastwood Western movie.
Yeah.
Just run them out of town, right? Because we're so tired. I mean,
you listen to those people.
We go to the crypto bros go to these conferences and they get all excited. Yeah. And then it's this emotional roller coaster, and then everything gets dropped on there. It just gets dropped, right? We get excited, it gets dropped. The excitement can't be maintained, right? So if there was ever anything that gave you because I mean, let me tell you something. There is no gratification. I mean, Solana was unbelievable on the way up, okay, but
that was fun.
But when ETH goes, right, like historically, when ETH goes, ETH,
It just pulls everything up.
It just, I mean,
Yeah.
it literally goes vertical, right? And then there's
I don't think it's going to be that big of a thing. It's a lot more stable now than historically.
Well, it's got an ETF, but all it's got to do is wake
pulling
up.
everything. Yeah, it's going to wake up and it'll pull everything up with it.
All right.
So,
All
as
right.
you said. We got some people who have
Caroline
coins.
says best shirt yet. Appreciate that. Right.
Wait, my shirt or your shirt?
Well, yeah. Caroline says best shirt yet.
It's a great shirt.
Right.
And we always we didn't quite match in color, but we always inadvertently color match.
There's always
I don't
some
have any
synergy
orange
here
on
Hinge Crypto. Okay. Aiken says Cesar Milan is my guy 20 years later. Aiken in the house.
Hi, Aiken.
Always good to have Aiken here. He wants us to look at the turbo meme coin.
Okay. Bill will remember, and we'll do that tomorrow in our fight. Oh, can you bring it up now?
Yeah, I might do. Okay. Turbo, is it on ETH? Okay, if it's on ETH.
What's the little? Is that the little turtle guy?
It might be. Let's see. Turbo token. Okay, well, let's share the screen.
Okay. That's fun. We wanted to tell everybody an idea that we're talking about doing.
This Turbo?
Yeah, the little turtle guy. Oh, he's so cute. I like him.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, let's look at the chart, please. Okay, give me. Yeah. So I don't want to.
Live TA with Toby. I'm trying to get this.
Now you can see how my craziness works. Oh, I don't do so well without the bubbles. So what is this?
This is Turbo.
No, I know that. I mean, what's the time?
Each bar is 12 hours.
No,
so
I know, but what's? Oh, okay.
So
that's really interesting.
This is your typical meme coin.
Okay, so what's that point?
What's this point?
Yeah, there.
Yeah, this is August.
Okay, so far it's just like.
Right. So I mean, this is right. Well, this could be your classic meme coin square, right? So you're watching joint live TA for the first time. So I mean that could be your meme coin square. All these meme coins, what they do is they go way up like this.
Well, it doesn't look like it's going to go down much more. I mean, it's at a holding point for me, and you have a different way of doing technical analysis. You have different language. It's kind of holding. Does it have any functionality?
I don't know. We're going to have to look into it. Aiken can jump in the comments. I'm always happy to get Aiken.
I don't know what you're looking on.
Oh no, I didn't share.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Sorry, they're just looking at us.
All right, then
looking down on a screen.
No, they're all going, yeah, Big Boy forgot to share the screen. We're sharing now, though. So this is the point that Toby was looking at, essentially saying, it's kind of at a floor. So
it looks like it hit a floor. I love your terminology because I don't use that. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes. So for me, if I look at, I'm looking at this. Look at the long term. The next thing I would look at, I've seen this one and I've looked at it before, and it's kind of been on my watch list, but it's not been on my buy list. So I'm curious now. Now I want to go and look at the project.
All right.
Does it have any functionality or anything?
All right. Well, I mean, the website is here.
Here, yeah. So scroll. Are we sharing the website?
No, we're not sharing the website. So
it's just a meme coin, I think.
Okay.
So you can watch us spending 10 minutes fumbling on a computer.
Right. The boomers.
We'll look at it.
Where's the share button again? Aiken,
we'll look at it. I know I've looked at that earlier this year. Yeah, I know I looked at it earlier this year. And I kind of like it, but I want to, I mean, it's hit a floor. And so for me, that's like, ooh, exciting.
Right. And there are like, there's a super edgy guy who is like the voice of Zero Hedge on Twitter. Okay. Mm-hmm. And he says, like, he published a compelling chart where it was just a chart where something like that went all the way up and all the way down. And he essentially said, that's what I'm looking for. Right.
I do. I mean, and I showed you, And you have, what I love about what you do is that you've got like a history. I feel like I'm interrupting you again. Sorry.
No,
But
please.
you have this history of knowing like this terminology. And for me, it's just a feeling, or it looks a particular way, you know. So I do my bubble charts because it's easier to focus, and then I go to the line chart like that, and I look, and I saw that, and I'm like, ooh, that looks good to me. And then if I show it to you, you're like, yeah, that looks good, and here's the reason why. You have the reason why for it, for everything. Like you said, the square. I don't know that. I just, to me, it looks good. So if you want to know about Turbo in particular, it looks good. I don't know if I would buy it or recommend it, but I'm definitely looking into it tomorrow. And I know I've looked at it before, earlier this year.
A lot of people don't realize that, people say, I'm not good at charts. Like,
No, me neither. I'm crap at charts.
Well, no, but what you just described is you just described how someone would, charts is not a mechanized thing.
And it's not always 100% accurate either, right? Yeah. Which is why you have to do what you love, which is why my last step in the process is always going and looking at the project. Is it something I believe in? Is it something I want to flirt with? Is it something I want to do long term? Is it something I want to try out? You know,
right.
That's always my last step. I look at the bubbles first to see performance, and then I look at chart to see movement. And then I look at how much do I believe in the project, right?
Right. And then everybody has their own way of understanding the market. I mean,
and they
charts, when I learned them, there was a mechanical aspect and a spiritual aspect. We were referred to as the guys that read tea leaves.
Right. I know.
We were,
which is why I think it's funny.
We were forbidden. It's like, hey, can we call the chart guy? Hey, Bill, I got a chart. Did I draw it right? Yeah, dude, you did great.
Yeah.
Right now, we are reinventing the forbidden.
Yeah.
The tea leaves. Right.
Yeah.
In a way that, like,
it's very mystical. Right. In a way.
In the GAN, and like we had the stuff to do timing tonight, but we're gonna have to probably do that on another.
I know, but that's okay because we had a lot of good stuff tonight.
Right.
Right. You feel good about it?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's the September shocker, right? I mean, what did we say? ETH. Celebrity meme coins. Okay, Bitcoin over 100, right? That's like a 2017.
I don't know. A lot of people are saying Bitcoin over 100. I don't feel like that's too crazy. But when I said it earlier this year, when I told you this spring, then it was a shocker. Now everybody's jumping on the bandwagon.
Yeah, well, everyone's probably jumping on the 43K bandwagon too. At 74, it's going to 100. But at 57, I want to talk about it at 100 when it's at 57.
I hope it goes down. I mean, I don't, because a lot of people will be really sad. But if it goes down to 43, that's like 50% off more. Right. Like 70% off, people.
That's the way I look at it. I mean, if you think it's going to 125 in March,
oh my God,
how cheap does 58 look?
I know, it still looks really good.
Ooh, we're so afraid to take it above 60. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? I get so tired. I get tired of listening to that, and I get tired of that,
that negative mentality. And that's why you talk to me, and that's why we have this show. Because you told me today that this was your favorite crypto show.
Yeah.
And I feel good about that.
Yeah. This is,
and I hope it's everybody else's favorite crypto show.
This is the new thing.
What?
This show.
Oh, okay.
This show. No. This show, it could be the future, right? In other words, this could be like the Tonight Show, where you have several segments, you have people talking, you have, I don't know, news, weather, whatever. I don't know. Or maybe it's just,
maybe it's just you and I having a good time with drinks.
Me and you doing, the mystical version of
Joe
Rogan.
I think the next thing is that we're talking about, and we touched on a little bit earlier, but I want y'all to hold him accountable, is I think we're going to do live trading.
Oh, right.
And
no, this is happening. Yeah, this is happening.
Okay,
I mean, tell people what it's going to look like.
Okay,
so the idea
One day
the-
soon.
the idea on the drawing board
Uh-huh.
is to essentially set us up where it's Toby's methodology and my methodology together with some sort of live trading,
Kind
or
of like
live
what
decision.
we just did now, but more in depth, right?
Right, more
Yeah.
in depth,
Yeah.
possibly more. There'll be a strategic element,
And we'll do a portfolio.
a portfolio,
And we'll do a portfolio.
a
which is
tactical
exciting.
element where, like, if
A
Toby
combined
goes,
Toby Bill portfolio.
right,
That would
if-
be
if-
interesting.
If Toby goes, hey, look at this, and Lux Algo beeps, we're in. So we're working to give you not only the context, but the I don't know, the implementation. Right?
Yeah, that would be really fun, because that would be really different, because you've got your stuff and I got what I like, and so combining that
Right.
into one thing and doing live
So
trading.
people can see.
I don't know what live trading even looks like, because I've never seen it done.
Right.
So maybe I'll watch a video.
Yeah, well,
but it'll be fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so if you guys are interested, let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
Because we're thinking about doing.
Oh my God, Big Rich in the house.
Hi.
Bob March says, "Are you the Oracle?" Yes. It's just like the Matrix, man. You walk in.
This is all like the
smokes
Matrix.
a cigarette, makes you eat a cookie, right? Says,
take the pill. It's
yeah,
good for you.
yeah. It's like
vitamin D.
Get off Twitter and get out of the
Oh my
Matrix
God,
and get in reality. Yeah.
This, stop it.
Stop
it
it.
already.
Yeah.
Get a life.
So yeah, Bob is right. Big Rich is right. Okay, Aiken is here.
Somebody asked a question. Oh, you the Oracle? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. NFA. Yes. All right. I think that's it.
I know. I'm out of drink. Sorry, people.
Sorry, that's it. We need a bigger cup.
We need more tequila.
Right. All right, folks. That's Crypto Happy Hour for this.
I hope you had fun.
Yes. Please.
Did you have fun?
I did.
I had fun.
I had fun.
Good.
All right. And please like and subscribe to the channel. This is what's next. We will see you next time.
Bye-bye.